hair here.
I don't have mana. I don't.
What in the hell are you guys doing? Oh, now you go, Tim. You're really good.
To go. Shit, I have
Yeah, we're here in the background. All right, guys, welcome back to season 2 of the greatest. All right, sorry, second greatest talk show in House Party. We are here with another House After Party, season 2. After we're getting ready to start another season of House Party. Special guest here is the Clark, returning guest, captain of minor league team, number 1 rank coming into the regular season. Dirty Mike and the boys. Uh, I guess he's captain. He got them together. He gets into practice like every day. I hear they're a really strict team. They like really try hard. Um, then we got, of course, Raistlin, the guy that does everything, and then me, the guy that looks pretty. So, what are we going to be talking about today, Raistlin? Bring us into these fun discussions.
Okay, so I'm really excited today. We are going to mostly be talking about the minor league coming up. We have rosters at least somewhat locked from what I think they can do roster changes this week still, but all the rosters are actually available so that we can look at, we can analyze, and this minor league looks very, very good. Like, I don't know if you've gotten a chance to look through the players, but we're definitely going to run through each team. I'm going to talk about some people that I think that we should all be watching coming in. Oh, I'm quiet. Hang on. How's that? Can you guys hear me now? Okay. Got you. Okay, so can you guys hear me now?
Talking to us?
Good. Yeah. Okay, they're saying my. Hang on, let me check something. Okay. Can you guys hear me now? I wonder if they're trolling me. That would be funny. Okay, we're good. Okay, so what we're gonna be talking about today is 10-second delay. Is we're going to be talking about the minor league teams and the players that are in them, and some of them that you should probably be watching coming up into this next split. I'm really happy that we have the Clark here. He got to play in the Swiss tournament this last weekend, and he got to play against a lot of these teams. He says that the games were very good. If you go back and watch the VODs, there's actually only 2 games available with teams that actually made it into the minor league. And one of those games, you see the Clark's team playing Garen top lane, which made me want to kill myself. And then the other team is between Rich Gang and I can't remember the other team at the moment, and that was kind of a very, very bad game also to watch. So I'm hoping that this next season of minor league doesn't turn out like those games, otherwise it's going to not be good. But moving into it, I guess unless you guys have anything about the Premier League that you wanted to talk about.
Oh yeah, I feel like since we there's only a few teams that we know really basically what the roster is, we can just go over those real quick and how strong we think they are. Don't Shoot Me told me that Vanquished's roster is Dubs top, so the same there. Falco mid, also known as Afro, so he's kind of a House Party veteran. Don't Shoot Me, the captain is in the jungle. He's House Party veteran too. There's a new guy. Their bot lane is new. They have Value, who is a master AD carry. So, I mean, obviously he's going to be good. And the Catch Cab support, who I'm not sure the role is because I must have spelled his name wrong when I searched or his rank. But I heard from 2 different people when he was trying out for other teams that he was really good and like he could play like anything support, so anything bot lane. So that roster looks pretty strong, but compared to like other Premier League rosters, I don't know if it's in the top like 4 or at least in the top half. But I mean, obviously we'll have to see since that's just one of them.
Syndicate hasn't changed from last
Syndicate
season.
hasn't changed. Yeah, the Mateusz top lane, the Promise. Oh, no, they actually changed their AD carry from Nazarene to this guy named Promise.
Wait,
I don't know.
Naz isn't playing?
No, he is. He just changed his name.
He changed his name to Promise?
Yeah, he's just fucking with you right now.
Troller dogs.
Oh
All
my
right.
god.
White Lightning has the White Lightning team. Don't Shoot Me said they just scrimmed them, and their roster was Christina, AD carry, Simkev support, Corrupt mid, Gordon Ramsay in the jungle, and Deadbeat top. That is definitely going to be a really strong team, I think, with Corrupt's Diamond 5 to Master playing whatever one he decides to play as. Gordon Ramsay with his brief stint on IG. I don't know if it was really kind of as a successful stint, but he did get voted best jungler after playing 2 games or 3 games or something. So And he's a good player. Deadbeats was one of the best top laners last season, and Kuristina didn't play last season, but him and Simkev destroyed the season before, and he's just a great all-around player. So I think that White Lightning is stronger than Vanquish. Their roster is right now. So that's the thing.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Let's
With
see.
I don't really want to talk too much about Premier League because I want to see
You can just go over that real quick.
what'll happen with the upcoming team locks because roster locks aren't till Friday. From what I've heard, Thursday or Friday, and then they play this Saturday. So I think it'll be very interesting to see what happens and how the teams, because there are some teams that look kind of stacked, but obviously there's a lot more to it than just that. So, but I know there was something about underdogs being #1 or something like that. I don't know, floating out there. So that unofficial official post thing. I don't know. I hate most of the time. I hate ranking systems before you see people. But that's what we're gonna be doing today. We're gonna be ranking. So I mean, we'll see how that goes. So moving on into the minor league, I think the best way to do this is we'll go through the teams and I'll talk about the players because I have a list of the players, their rank, and some stats on them. Over the last 2 weeks for most of them, except for 2 teams, which I just have their overall stats. But most of them I have like their last 2. So I guess the first one to start off with is Dirty Mike and the Boys, because Clark's here. So we'll talk about your team first. Where the hell did you get that name, Clark?
I can give you a link if you want. I don't know if I can put it. If you want to put it in the Twitch chat.
No, I don't want to put it. I don't.
It's from the
It's
best
from a movie.
of all time.
It's not like inappropriate. Well, it's not.
Yes, it is. What are you talking about?
You don't see it. It's just a guy. It's
Would
just
you
two people
show it
talking.
to your like 7-year-old son?
I mean, all right. So, have you seen the movie The Other Guys?
I think so.
There's like a bunch of homeless people known as Dirty Mike and the Boys.
No, I haven't seen it yet.
And they steal the main character's car and they make a soup kitchen in it, which is a euphemism for some nasty shit.
Oh, okay.
So, my support's name, which is like my friend from high school, I've known him for like 10 years, is Mike. So it's like Dirty Mike and the Boys, let's do it. And I don't want like a super try-hard name like Team Esports or some bullshit. So
Wasn't
that's the origin.
Wasn't there a team that posted in one of the Reddit links about something being, we're gonna take #1? We have lots of master players, and I'm pretty sure they just barely cut into Swiss or
I'm
through
not
into
sure about
minors.
that.
I think it's one of them. Maybe it's Blue Esports, or maybe it's one of the other ones. It was some esports team where they were like, we're gonna stomp, and if you want to apply for this team, and it was kind of hilarious because they tied with everyone
so
else.
we're kind of like the opposite of that. We're just 5 randos. Our first game together as a 5 was actually the first game of Swiss.
Oh, well, isn't that
Kinda
what
got
Wawa
lucky.
did?
Well, yeah, I mean,
well,
pretty much.
well,
We played a little bit, like, to try out, but we didn't, like, scrim or have, like, practice or anything.
So are you guys planning on going into this being a little bit more serious then, or are you just gonna screw around and have fun?
When I first, like, was looking for people, the first thing I told them was, like, this isn't, like, super serious. You don't need to, like, dedicate days of your week to practicing or probably want to have analysts or coaches or anything. So I think the idea is, just kind of take it easy and just play. If we're all on, get some scrims, but if not, just play every Sunday.
Oh, cool. So let's run through your. Hang on, I gotta grab my tea. You gotta wait a second. I actually have a pot of tea. So, because I'm really sick, I'm pouring it on stream.
Spooky.
And it spilled. That's sad. Okay. We are now doing what is it called? Mukbang? Mukchoy? What is it where the Koreans eat?
I just want to. I wanted to say something where didn't one of the teams they tried, it was the Game House, I think.
Oh.
They made it
Oh god, I can't. So I think that the team that made it through for the original, so the team that actually made it in the Game House Academy was actually the B team, right? And I'm pretty sure they actually FF'd a game to their A team to try to help them get in, and they still didn't make it in. Which is some.
That's what the Academy team made it in, I think, but the actual team with the better players didn't because they had that one forfeit loss.
Yeah. So which is
That is
hilarious.
kind of hilarious.
Yeah,
You know,
so-
it'd be more hilarious if they like kick their players out, like take the spots with their A team.
So, okay, looking at your roster, we have Wiener in the top lane, Gizmus jungling, Fractal Ethos mid lane, your AD carry, and Salazar is support. So going through these people, just so you guys know, I'm going to run through a little bit on them and some of the stats that I have, and then you guys can add things that you know about these players. So we're going to start with top lane Wiener. He's D2 right now. In the last 2 weeks, he's been playing a lot of Echo. He actually has a
Yeah.
really,
Wow,
really
a top laner playing Echo
Right?
recently. That is
Ah.
good analysis. Right
So,
there.
so what's cool about this is right now his KDA is actually 4.56 right now. He's played 13 games in the last 2 weeks, and his win percent is 70%, pretty close, or 69, right? So you have that going in. He's been playing a lot of that. Older than that, you have his Darius, which actually he has 6 games on with a 63% win rate, which is interesting because you don't see a lot of Darius right now. So,
You
and
do
then
not.
fucking. Other than that, he actually doesn't have a lot, so I don't know if he has a Smurf or whatnot, or if he just doesn't play much. So what can you tell me about him, Clark?
So actually, Schwifty, I don't know if Schwifty, you played with him?
Which
You-
one?
when I was asking Wiener,
Oh yeah.
when I was asking I asked you, I'm like, do you know any players that are making a team? And you told me to pick up Wiener. So
Yeah.
I just kind of
is he
trusted
playing
him.
jungle for you guys?
No, he plays top lane.
Top. All right, he literally plays everything. Like he's first of all, I just love his voice, so that's kind of weird. But and
All right.
But anyway, no, he was on Blue Milk with us. He was our jungler, and he's like so mechanically skilled. He
Yeah.
can play literally any role at a high diamond level. I think he just kind of chooses whichever one's fun. When our support was gone, he would play support for us, and me and him would stomp lane. When our mid laner was gone, he'd play mid and stuff like that. But I think he just chose jungle since he said he could carry expletives in solo queue, and I don't know. He got kicked from our team due to some kind of weird things that weren't really his fault.
Wait, what?
So-
What weird things?
Well, like back before we got disqualified, or not me, and I didn't get disqualified, but my team did. Back before my team got disqualified from minor league.
Wait, you got disqualified?
Yeah, last season we got disqualified because when I was in California, my team tried to account share and.
Wait, was this
I
BM or Elysium?
This is Blue Milk Freeze.
Oh, okay.
And well, I don't know. I hope none of the Blue Milk people are watching this because it'll be awkward. But I was just chilling in California, and I get a message from a unspecified person saying that they need my account details because I was gone and then another person was gone, or they'd have to forfeit. So I just pretended like I never saw the message, and then the day comes on, and someone messaged me saying that he was gonna check. He wasn't. He was from HouseAfterParty. He was checking to see if we were account sharing. So I just told him, well, I'm in California, but my team might be account sharing. You might want to investigate it. So I mean, they were gonna investigate it anyway, but I guess I kind of ratted them out, although they shouldn't have been doing it in the first place. So then they did it, and they found out they were account sharing, and then they just disqualified them. So that's how Wall got to Premier League. They did not actually beat us. I took an untimely vacation, and then we got disqualified. But anyway, that story in the past, Wiener was our jungler, and he got kicked because he was on like 3 teams, but he like plays league all the time, and he was practicing with all 3 teams, just like they never interfered with any of them. Like he was always there for us, and I'm assuming he was there for the other teams too. But the managers didn't really like that. They said that he should be dedicating all his resources to one team, and then he told them that the only reason he was on the teams was to get better and to improve for just like this team, because he considered Blue Milk his main team, I guess.
Yeah.
So then they said, all right, nah, we're just gonna kick you. So I'm like, okay, that's kind of unfair, but whatever. So then they kicked him, and then he was asking me if there was any team. So I was like, hey, Clark's making a team, so be on his team. And then he was, and then Dirty Mike and the boys. Or it could be Dirty Wiener and the boys. I like that.
There
I
you
like that
go.
a bit.
So the original question was like, does he play a lot of solo queue? I think.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he plays a lot of normals and stuff. I don't know if he definitely has a Smurf. I don't know what his name is.
Oh, he has a trillion Smurfs. He
Yeah.
would play on different Smurfs literally every time he played with us. It was kind of annoying, but his main account's in Diamond 1, so he just doesn't want to play any because he doesn't want to drop out of Diamond 1. So I mean,
Yeah,
that's
and
kind of
he's been master multiple times.
Okay.
But yeah, he's good. He has. I guess his main problem is like he tilts kind of. Hopefully, I'm not screwing your team over, Clark. But he kind of like, I mean, every player tilts, but that, and then I mean, he's just like, he out juggles basically everyone, and I guess he's playing top lane. So I actually never saw him play top lane. He only played like the mechanical roles for us. But yeah, he's just a great player. He's probably one of their best players, although I don't know the rest of Clark's roster. So
I would say he's. I mean, not to like to get him like camped every game, but I think he's the best player on our team.
Okay.
He'll just like TP bot and he'll always get like a double kill.
Cool.
But yeah, he plays a shitload of Echo, and I mean Echo is kind of busted,
Yeah.
but he's fucking monster at it.
Dude, I can't wait for them to get rid of that champion.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on to your jungler, you have Gizmus, who wasn't he in Premier League last season?
Gizmus was our Swiss ADC on
That's what it was.
Wawa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. And then he got kicked, right?
I honestly have no idea the details.
Okay.
Him and Opposin are like buddies in real life. Like they like hang out. So I don't know if he got like kicked because that'd be fucking awkward. But I think it was because he's got like a really hectic schedule.
Okay.
So he's like rarely online.
Okay. He was the AD carry, you said?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he doesn't even play ADC. He just
Wow.
played ADC for that tournament for whatever reason. So now he's on his main role, which is jungle. And he plays like I don't know if you. I guess you haven't probably watched our games.
Oh,
We only
no,
have
but I
one
have
stream.
stats stuff, so he plays a
Yeah,
lot of
he-
Wukong, like holy shit.
He plays Thunderlords, Hyper Carry, Wukong, Nocturne, Rengar, that type of shit, Kha'Zix, you know. And then he just like fucking 1v5s people.
Yeah. I mean, he's sitting at a 70% win rate and ranked with 20 games. Like that's pretty good.
Yeah, he's super good at his like. If you play a normal game with him and he plays Nocturne, he'll pick one guy on their team that doesn't have an escape. He rushes 45% CDR, and then he ults them every time it's on cooldown.
Yeah, that would not be fun. Rengar too.
It's
Like
nasty.
he has really good win rates for pretty much everything, and his KDAs
Yeah.
aren't bad either. He's D1 right now for those of you who. So I take it.
Yeah,
Has he
he's,
been in
he's
Masters too?
X-Master. Yeah,
X-Masters?
Yeah. Him and Wiener, myself, and even Fractal are all either Master or were Master.
Okay. Okay. So is there anything special about Gizmus that you want to talk about, Schwifty? You know the guy, or not really?
No, I've played. I mean, I've played against him. I'd never been. This was back when he was like my elo though, down in the pleb land. But no, I mean, at that point I never was really like, oh, this guy's really good. But I knew he was the best player on, or like with the Clark were the two best players on Wawa. So yeah,
Okay.
that's basically it.
Okay, and then moving on to Fractal Ethos, which I don't know. He's D4 right now, so
Yeah,
is he
Yeah, he's
on
been masters.
is
I
he on
saw
the
his
is
post in
is he on the corrupt hope train of I'm Masters, now I'm D5, now I'm working my way
he wasn't
back?
like he took a okay. So I think what is it, season 6? He took a break. He didn't play season 5, I don't think. So season 4 he was Masters. So it's not like he was Masters and then tilted to D4.
Oh, okay,
He's
that's-
just still,
that's a long
he's
time
still on
ago,
the
though.
way up. Yeah.
So okay, so he has a lot of Lissandra, Ari, Syndra, Oriana games.
Yeah. He's got like a pretty core group of champions he likes.
Um,
That's for sure.
yeah, his Oriana he hasn't played recently, and he only has a 45% win rate. So, GG.
Yeah, he mainly sticks to those
Yeah.
top 3.
Yep. No, he has his Ari with 20 games has an 80% win rate, which is ridiculously high.
Yeah, dude, his mechanically he's fucking really good.
So, because I mean that means he's won 16 out of 20 games. So
Yeah, he's a monster.
yeah. So what can you tell me about him? Where'd you find him from, or did you just know him?
He made a post on I think the House Party Reddit.
Yeah, I saw it.
Just-
and it was like a 2 paragraphs thing, so
Yeah.
you knew he wanted to like be on a team.
And it was like, used to be Master, took a break, climbing Diamond, and he's like, I don't know, I just added him and scrimmed, and he just killed kids. I don't know if the game that they did stream for our Swiss, he solo killed the other guy, like, I think it was 7 times in lane phase.
Okay. So he's really good. So you guys look like you have a pretty good roster, and then you have you, who has a very high. Like all of your players have really high win rates. Like even because like right now your Caitlyn's sitting at like almost a 75.
Yo,
with
look at
19.
my Ezreal win rate.
So and then your Ezreal's at 50
No-
for the
no.
last 2 weeks. Not
Alright.
overall, last 2 weeks.
Yeah, overall it's like I'm like 1% or something.
So
I'm like 1 in 20 or something.
okay. So, but and that's pretty good. So, but then you play Lucian, so you have like a good core of 4. I mean, Kate, Tristana, Ezreal, Lucian are really strong right now, and
I prefer Vayne over Lucian. My Lucian's kind of average.
is it? So
Yeah,
you have poor KDAs but high win rate. So
that's right. Feed
So-
to win.
right. So. So why'd you switch from mid lane, or did you never want to actually play mid lane anyways? Because I know you played.
I like. I don't know. I've played this game for a long ass time, so I like playing multiple roles.
Mhm.
Like Blitzcrank is my most played, as you see. So
Yep.
Dirty Blitzcrank play.
like my Smurf is like Lee Sin is my most played or something. Jungle.
Mhm.
So yeah, I can play whatever. I don't know. Mid lane's fun, and then the reason I'm playing bot lane this season is because of our support is, like I said, my friend.
Mhm.
So I wanted to play
Why?
with him.
Okay, so moving on to support, you have Salazar. He's Diamond 3. You said he was previous Masters too?
He is the, not to throw him under the bus, but he's the only one that is not master
Okay.
or has been master.
Okay.
Yeah.
Weak link camp bot lane. You heard it here first.
Yeah.
He peaked. He's like D2 is his peak,
Okay.
so it's just about.
But I mean, he's been playing a lot of the new reworked Taric.
Yeah, dude, Tarek is fucking good.
Yeah, Taric is really good.
Tarek is super good.
Yeah, annoying champion. I imagine that's this next week that champion's not going to be available a lot of games. So,
Yeah, I don't know. I saw a Reddit post saying that they already want to nerf him.
Yeah, they should.
I have actually not even seen a single one. It's always been banned on my games. I've never played with the Tarek, and I don't play normals, so.
So
Okay.
Like-
yeah, if you do see him, he's pretty good.
like when you know that post that went out by Riot about looking for high diamond playtesters,
Yep.
like 2 weeks ago or something like that. They obviously need high diamond playtesters because I don't know how the fuck that made it. Like I saw the video and I was like, how long is his stun? And it's like 1.5 seconds or something like that. And I'm like, so he can be a screen away and 1.5 second stun you, but the cooldown
Stun
is
2 people, yeah.
yeah. But and he can do it's an AOE now. It's not like a single person.
Right.
Right? And so it's a screen away. He can do an AoE stun and invulnerability and a heal, and he can shield, and he can switch people who it's on every like 4 seconds. So he can just swap back and forth if he needs. Like, what the hell?
Yeah,
Like-
dude, he's super good. His lane phase isn't the greatest because he doesn't have any like pressure really.
Yeah.
Besides if he walks up and stuns you, but outside of lane, he's just like AOE KO ulti on like 4 people. It's fucking nuts.
Yeah, I don't know who. Like, I don't get it. They really need to work on their playtest. So he plays a lot of the new reworked Taric. He plays a lot of Bard. He has an 8% win rate with Bard.
Yeah, I think Bard is his best champion. He goes super ham on Bard.
Yep, he's played a lot of Braum with you guys. Some
I
Nami.
mean, we're trying to pick up Braum because Braum's busted.
Yep, lots of Nami. So,
Mhm.
but he has good win rates for like his lowest win rate is actually Taric with a 62%. So that I have
That's
on
right.
here. So, I mean, really solid roster coming all around. So
I'd like to think so.
yeah, so we'll see how serious you guys want to take. If it's just gonna be for fun, if how that'll affect you guys. But
Yeah, I say that now, but when we start losing, we might pick it up a little bit.
you guys are like, yeah, we don't want to
Yeah,
lose. We just
need some
want...
help. And we did get an offer
Well-
from like some actually, so if on the Swiss teams or the minor league teams, there's a team called Blackout Gaming.
Yep.
And they're like apparently an organization, and they like asked me to make our team a Blackout team.
Mhm.
But I was like, nah, I have to change my name. Not worth it.
What were the perks of joining their org?
Well, that was kind of, yeah, we'd get scrim partners and analysts, and we have scrim partner. Like everybody's looking to scrim all over everything, so we didn't need that. And analysts, we don't really have the time to like sit down with analysts, so
Okay.
all we'd really get was a name change to Blackout Gaming, and that's I don't want to be that.
Okay, that's fair. So I always worry about when I see orgs offering analysts and stuff like that, because how good can your analyst be if you're like, because they're working for free, and
Yep.
Not always. Don't know that reason.
I'm willing to bet money that they are working for free, because I've actually been looking into doing some of that, and for I'm talking like higher challenger teams that are doing qualifications for like NACS, and they work for free. So I really highly doubt that some fucking organization that is coming into House Party is paying their analysts.
Yeah, you're probably safe on that one.
So based on that, and I would assume that, I don't know, I think you should always be careful pulling in support staff who are not good or
Are not as good as Raistlin. Raistlin has a bar. If they're not as good as him, then they're a bad analyst.
no.
Something
So like I think that you should have standards, and I think you should. I think the biggest problem
No, I agree.
with coaches, analysts, all that is you don't know what to expect with them. So like going in, the first thing you should do before you even let someone in is you should set goals. You should be like, okay, this is what I'm expecting from you every single week. So like I'm gonna use Syndicate because we actually have a pretty decent support staff right now. You have me who does a lot of the managing and discipline coaching. We have Bams who does a lot of our strategic coaching for us. You have Quid Bro who actually did all the stats for this for me. So shout out to you, dude. Who does all of our analysis stuff. He goes through. He does a lot of numbers. We just picked up the Saved one to help us do management for scrim partners and stuff like that. So like we have dedicated roles. So that way they know what they're doing and they're very specialized. They're not things that are like, okay, well we're gonna make you do all of this because then it just becomes an issue. So, and you can't have too many cooks in the kitchen. So you need dedicated roles.
Right.
So, but I don't know, I think that's the way that it should. And I think that's the problem is when sometimes the orgs pick up analysts and stuff, they don't really know what to look for.
Well, it's hard. Like, how do you try out an analyst?
Oh, exactly.
Like,
especially someone who's willing to work for free. Like, what are you gonna
Yeah.
do? Be like, no, I don't want your free help. No, most of the time they take whoever.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
but I don't know, I think that can be a problem sometimes, and it's house party, so people don't really care that much. So, like, I think at one point Wawa had like between 6 and 10 support staff all doing like very similar jobs or something like that. The rumor has it from the people that might or might not have played on that team. So
it's still a rumor because I'm still not even sure. To be honest.
you're like, I don't really know how many people we had. So
We had a lot.
Opposing's in chat. We can get a.
You can ask
get some-
opposing. He might know. I know we had more than we needed, and I know I was really not nice to them, and I'm pretty sure I made one rage quit our team.
oh, that was nice of you. So
Yeah, I don't know. I have trouble. Like I said, it's hard to tell who's good at analyzing without a real way to like try out. Because then like when you're picking up players, you just you're D1. Okay, probably okay at this game. But as an analyst, it's like, how do you know?
yeah, that's tricky. So moving on to the next team, we have blue. I'm gonna start with blackout. Let's do blackout. So we have blackout gaming. Let's see. Their top laner is Empty Frost. Their jungler is Zarka. Their mid lane is Shangdai DMW.
I don't think anyone knows who that are.
Yeah.
Are they ranked? Like.
Yeah, I have their ranks too. So
Okay.
that's why I have it. Is I have statistics for all of them, so that way we can actually do some sort of analysis of what might happen. So people who are watching this, if you wanted to write this down for your games this Sunday, some of this work is done for you, or don't. I don't care. So you have their AD carry, who is I Still Love You, and then their support is Disc Jockey. So looking at this lineup, we have Empty Frost, who's D3 top laner. He has a lot of champions, actually, like a quite a huge champion pool. So like his most played are Gangplank, Nautilus, Poppy, Maokai, Echo, and his lowest win rate right now is 55 with Echo with 20 games played. His highest is Gangplank with 6 games played at 83. But the other ones have all right around 20 games with a 60% win rate. So, and he played a lot of them in Swiss. He played four of the 5 in Swiss these last games. So this last weekend. So he looks at least somewhat solid for solo queue. I'll be interested to see how he plays against some of the other people. What we're going to see with a lot of these minor league teams is they have mostly stacked rosters. We have almost all high diamond and master players for most of the teams, except for one which has 2 plat players on it, actually. But we'll talk about that when we get into it. So did you play against Blackout Gaming, Kark?
No, I actually just checked. We did not play them.
Okay, so do you know anything about this team, Schwifty? Because I'm pretty sure that
Black.
they're somewhat new.
I don't even know any of the players.
Okay.
I mean, if they made Swiss, they're decent. But something I feel like everyone should keep in mind is that Swiss results really don't mean anything.
Nope.
I'd say all the teams that made Swiss, they're all pretty much around the same level. There's not one team that I think is like a syndicate team, or there's not one team that's like an Elysium team. So everyone's pretty much going to be able to beat everyone, I'd say.
Yeah, we'll see. I think that when we talk about like where we think people are going to place, I think you're going to have a definite top 4 and bottom 4. I think that's pretty easy to decide. Um, I don't know where people will line up in those top 4 or bottom 4, but I think that if the Clark's team actually sits down and does a lot of practice, I actually think they could syndicate roll through
Yeah,
this.
but it's
So,
not as fun if you practice.
That's true.
Yeah, who wants to practice, dude?
Right. So if you manage to like not lose a game except for to an FF because someone's not there, I'll be really impressed,
They
Clark.
beat
No,
him with
We don't have
skill.
any plans on that. I don't know. A lot of our games in Swiss are super really close games. Like they come down to a couple fights.
Really? Okay. So it'll be interesting. So that's why I said I think
they're
I
good
think if,
teams.
I feel like most of these teams are playing to be serious, and if that was the first time you actually played together, then that means hypothetically speaking, you guys should get better as this goes along, or maybe you won't and you'll crumble because
Could
of
have been beginner's luck.
yeah, or you're like, you know what, I don't actually like playing with these people, so I'm gonna quit.
No, so far personality wise, we're fine. We don't have nobody rages or anything. Well, we haven't lost yet. Maybe we tilt. We don't know.
Hmm.
Guess we'll find out.
Right. So looking at their jungler, it's Zarkra, I think. I'm gonna probably say some of these names wrong. So Zarkra's D3. Champion pools, you're pretty much standard junglers. Nidalee, Elise, Graves, Kindred, Gragas. The Elise win rate, he actually has a 29% in the last 2 weeks. With
Good
like
stuff.
seven, that's pretty bad. So with 7 games, but his other champions.
What's his overall on the lease?
Oh, I don't know offhand. Schwifty, you'll have to
Okay.
look it up. Actually, I can look it up real fast. Hang on.
Sakura.
OPGG for the win.
Because sometimes that last 20 games can be a little misleading,
That's true. That's true.
especially because it takes into account normal games.
58%. So that's not bad.
Yeah, see,
but-
that's fine. That's pretty good.
So, but yeah, overall, it's kind of, I don't know. I always feel like you should go with the last 2 weeks because I think that psychology has a lot to do with it. So
Yeah, but it does take blind pick and stuff in there, right?
no, the stats that I have don't consider.
Is it
those.
only ranked?
Yep, only ranked.
Oh, okay. I'm looking at the
No,
one. on OP
I
notes.
actually paid Quid to go through, and he looked
Oh,
through
shit.
all of these people for. So this is actually like legit like numbers. So.
Okay, I thought you were just using the one.
Oh
that
fuck
OP
no! I no,
provides.
and that's what I mean is I'm not using. Yeah, no, just
Okay.
so for most of these except for 2 of them I couldn't get to in time, but yeah, for him this is like his last 7 games with Elise he ran a 29% win rate in ranked. So,
Okay.
but his Graves, Kindred, Gragas, and Italy, which he has way more games played on, are all above 60. So, I expect to see him playing Nidalee, Graves, Kindred, or Gragas until the next patch comes through where they nerf some of these people. So, which is pretty common though with those junglers. So, moving on, Shangdai DMW, he has D3. His most games are played. He's a really big RE player. Played really recently, really strong. Has a 4 KDA with 20 games played, 75% win rate. So I expect to see that band away from him coming in. But his Zillion's also really good. He actually has an 86%, but he doesn't have nearly as many games on his other champions. So he has Ryze, Ahri, Zillion, Lulu, Lissandra, all very common mid lane picks right now. He played some of these with the Swiss, and I think he'll be. It's really hard for me to judge who's going to be good until we see them play because they're all pretty close to Elo. So like last Swiss, sometimes you had really high player like Frosty. Frosty would probably be a good example. Is most people didn't think there was anyone who could compare to Frosty, right? So they thought that Clark maybe could on like Ahri sometimes, but I think that was pretty much it for minors.
Frosty was super good.
So I mean, and I think that this season you're going to see a lot closer between people. But I expect if this guy gets Ahri, I think that'll be a really fun game to watch coming in. So their 80 carries actually masters. His name is I Still Love You. High win rates on Caitlyn and Sivir. Tons of game played on Sivir. I fucking hate that champion, Roman Scuttle Crab. So Schwifty, what do you think about Sivir?
Oh, she's so fun. such a mechanically intensive and enjoyable AD carry to play. I love when Riot continually buffs her and makes her meta, because it makes games so much more exciting.
Oh, see?
That was sarcasm.
See?
Sarcasm, by the way.
It's a single cup.
Yeah, just group and win.
Yeah, I'm
In
not
the
saying
words of
Shanghai, I'm saying Shanghai.
17-page manifesto. It's so, like, I like kind of when she's meta because you can play Vayne, but then also it's really risky because
Lane
a lot of
swaps.
people, that lane's not, like, always a free win for either side, but I just don't like Sivir at all, and I wish Riot would stop trying to make her good because she's so boring to play and so annoying to play against. You'll be like 3 screens away, and then all of a sudden, oh look, you flash away and you still die. So I guess that's my fault for being there, but it's still annoying. So I hate that champion.
Yeah. So okay, so he's a master player. His most played in solo queue is Ezreal. But lately he's really been playing the Sivir, Lucian, Kate, and I expect to see him play that this weekend. One of those 3. His Lucian the last 2 weeks has only done a 50% win rate, but I think Lucian's actually starting to fall out a little bit. I think you're gonna see
It's still good.
Yeah, he's still good, but I think you're gonna see a lot more Sivir, Kate, and especially Twitch now coming up with the latest play of Twitch and LCK and stuff like that. So that's what I expect to see a lot. So, but Sivir and Kate definitely has really good win rates, and I expect to see him do a lot with those champions. So, and then their support is actually, I'm pretty sure he's the lowest, right? He's D4. Yeah, so lots of Bard and Janna. Those are really the only 2 champions of note with him. Is his Bard and Janna. So both have really high win rates. Lots of games played on him. He played Nami in the Swiss, but I don't know. I wouldn't be too worried about his Nami. So, but if he gets Bard or Janna, I expect to see. He's basically Clarizio, like coming in again. So
Yeah, his John is a 6 KDA.
Clarissio's Diamond 5 right now.
poor Clarizio.
Oh man.
Janna's actually
as soon as
pretty-
Janna got nerfed, he dropped to Diamond.
I know,
5.
but Janna's actually not bad right now. Like she's not that bad.
Yeah,
she's
she's
not
still
like
okay.
For
broken
solo
free
queue.
win, but yeah.
So I'm pretty sure in solo queue she actually has a fairly decent high win rate. So okay, moving on to the next team. Let's do Game House Academy, the B team that made it in. Oh man, I bet you they. So something weird happened with this team. One of them, who was it? Was it either them or their A team actually FF to help them try to get it?
I'm assuming because it says Academy, this is the B team. Yeah.
Yeah, Academy's the B team.
team.
So
Game House,
yeah,
FF
the-
to Game House.
Yeah.
the Game House, which was actually the A team, FF to help try to get them in, and then they actually got relegated out because they did that. So if they wouldn't have FF'd and would have played and won, they actually would have made it into minors. So slightly humorous, and that kind of backfired on them. So it's very unfortunate. But on their team, this is one of the teams that I'm pretty sure I actually put in the bottom. Yeah, I put them in the bottom 4 for me. So their top laner is Master Poopy or Poppy. Poopy, I think it's Poopy. There's too many O's. Master Poopy. He's D3. He doesn't really have that many champions of note, actually. His Maokai, he played in Swiss. He played Graves in Swiss, Trundle, and Echo. But like most of these champions, at least in the last couple of weeks, he doesn't have very good win rates on. So I know he's D3, and I know he actually tried out. I'm pretty sure he tried out for a couple of PL teams that didn't take him too. So I don't know how much to expect from him coming into this. Do you guys know anything about him? Because I know he tried out for some Premier League teams.
I mean, we played him in Swiss, but that's about it.
How'd that go?
He played Maokai versus Trundle. I don't know. Trundle had a 12 KDA at the end of the game.
Oof.
So I'm assuming it didn't go very well. It's top lane, so it's kind of far away from my side.
Yeah.
Map.
So you played against the Game House Academy, right?
Yeah.
How'd they do?
They have a Rengar one trick who we gave Rengar, and he built Infinity Edge. Didn't really do anything that game.
muck.
They, I don't know. I said most of my games are close. I mean, this wasn't a stomp, but it was the easiest one. That
Okay.
wasn't the shit show game you saw.
Okay. That's well, I mean, it wasn't streamed, so.
Yeah, this was, I would definitely put him towards the bottom 4.
Okay, I'm gonna try not to spill on myself with tea this time. So I have like a magic tea refiller. It just automatically like refills. No, my girlfriend is super awesome, and she actually made me more tea. So, assuming I don't spill on myself. Okay, we're good. So, looking at their jungler, they have Mr. Fuzzball.
Yep.
Which, like you said, Rengar, pretty much Rengar one trick. He actually does play some other things. He plays Gragas, plays Olaf, Rek'Sai, Elise. This guy, like his win rates though, are really bad. Even on his Rengar, he only has like a.
He's got 57 is season 6 total.
Yeah. But I mean, like overall in the last couple weeks, because I had someone add up his games.
What's that?
He's at a 35%, in like
yikes.
with 20 games. So, I don't know if he's just.
I wonder if that's the meta because Rengar is kind of he got that nerf.
Yeah. So that's what I was just gonna say. Maybe it's the current meta or what. But this guy is not doing so hot now that that is not working out for him. So.
And especially in like a coordinated team scenario where he picks Rengar and like everybody knows where he is all the time, it's not that big of a deal.
Exactly. So. I don't expect much from him. I expect him to play some Elise and Gragas. I don't. Maybe he'll pick Rengar, but unless some meta changes come through, I wouldn't be that worried.
Yeah, and I'm looking at his page right now. He's got a negative win rate on everything that isn't Rengar.
Yeah. So
That's
I
a
mean.
good sign.
Yeah. So if you just ban Rengar, the odds are he will lose the game.
Mm-hmm. So.
Statistically.
Yeah, I like statistics.
Not like BMing you. I'm sure he's a nice guy.
Yeah. So,
Well,
but that's
he plays League, so probably not.
Probably
yeah.
He plays Rengar.
He plays League, so probably yeah. Yeah. So I don't expect to see much from him. Moving on to their mid laner, Tainted Lie, which he's actually Diamond 5. Oh, Fuzzball is Diamond 2, so he's actually decently ranked. But Tainted Lie is Diamond 5. Notable champions, not really that many in the last couple weeks, but he plays LeBlanc, he plays RA, Karma, Ryze, Lulu. But I don't know. He's got decent win rates on most of them except for his RA, but there's not that many games played in the last 2 weeks either. So compared to some of the other mid laners that I've seen, I don't see him doing that well coming into this Swiss. I don't think he's going to be. I think there'll be games where maybe he does well, but I think most of them are going to be pretty much. So at least for this whole team, they're not going to be very, very great games. So Duddles, their AD carry is D4. So at least it's pretty much all diamonds. I mean, that's always a good sign, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, he has a lot of Lucian Ezreal quirky games. In the last 2 weeks, he plays Caitlyn, but he hasn't played that many games, so he has decent win rates. So maybe I think they're gonna end up putting a lot on their AD carry for these games. So
yeah, he played Sivir
Sivir?
against us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you
Which
think
is
of him?
hard.
You played against
It's
him.
hard to show your. I don't know, like what you were saying. It's hard to show like how good you are at ADC if you're on something like Sivir, where you just like wave clear and team fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't have much of an. I don't see the damage stretch right now. Oh, actually, I do. I lied. He yeah, I don't know. He did 26k. I had 40k, but I was on a poke, so I don't know. He's okay.
Who's okay?
Yeah.
Okay. When you played against their team, who was like the person to watch out for?
Well, we thought it was going to be Fuzzball because you see like these, like Sensei Cat or something, like these Rengar one tricks that are like D2 and stuff.
Yeah.
But after playing against them, their mid laner is probably their best player.
Yeah, I'm not. That worries me for this team coming in. So, their jungler is C Dunzy. He's Diamond
No, he's
3.
the support.
Their support. Or sorry, did I say something else? I meant support.
I think you said jungle.
Oh, whoops. I meant support. So he's a D3 player. Lots of games on Bard. There's a lot of Bard players. Lots of games on Braum. The only one of note is his Bard. That I expect to see him do good. What did he play against you guys?
He played Alistar.
Alistar? Yeah, so.
Yeah.
I don't.
He went 0, 9, 10.
Ouch.
So nothing spectacular.
Yeah, so I expect that maybe if he gets barred, he'll do well.
Yeah, I wonder if Bard was banned because I don't know why he wouldn't have. Because I know Salazar's a good Bard guy, so maybe they banned it out.
Maybe. So, but if he doesn't get barred, I wouldn't be that worried about this. So.
Yep.
BM Hell in a Cell. So another blue milk team.
LOL.
Yeah, pretty much. So the first thing I want to say about this team is the roster that is here is not the one that actually played in Swiss. Okay? From what I've heard, this is a totally different roster than the one that played in Swiss, minus one player, which is their support, Korean support in NA. And I actually heard rumors that he's leaving the team also. So, that being said, it sounds like there might be some stability issues with this Blue Milk organization. Who would have thunk it? But I know that the old team was actually qualifying or trying to qualify for NACS. And that's actually why they left, is because they were like, we don't really want to play in this if we're going to be qualifying for NACS. So, did you play against Blue Milk?
Yeah, they were our first game, so I can actually tell you the roster they used.
Yeah, because I know some of them. So
they had a sub mid laner who plays Gragas mid. His name is Chicken Nuggets. I don't know if you guys have seen him around.
Oh, he used to be in House Party.
Yeah. So he was their sub mid.
He's Naz's friend. They get along.
That's sarcasm. For those of you who don't know.
I never know when Schwifty's being serious.
Yeah, that was sarcasm.
Yeah. Anyway, so they had a sub mid, but Elvish, is he on the roster?
Elvish Gleeman. Yeah. I think.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he
Yeah,
is.
no, he is. He is now.
Yeah, so he played. So he played Haba Tubata.
Yep.
Also played.
He
Chaos
actually
Support
name
played.
changed. He used to be in Premier League on one of the lower class teams, and he was one of the people who actually carried a lot. I can't remember what his old name was, but he was actually really good and something that people actually talked about, but he's name changed like 3 times. So I actually tried him out for my Swiss team last year, and that's why I know about him.
Okay.
Very, very good.
He's still on the roster, and then Tolemio.
Yep, they're jungler. He's D1.
Okay.
So
yeah, it is a little different than what you have listed.
Yeah.
So it looks like Tolemio's gone.
Habatu was gone too.
Sabatu, yep. And then their jungle. Okay, I'm trying to see who else. So their mid laner is gone too. Like who's a sub anyway? Chicken Nuggets.
Yeah. So functionally, like it's a
So it's
different
slightly
roster.
different.
And
Yeah.
I think the support's leaving too, from what I've heard.
Okay.
So if that's the case, this is going to be a very different roster. So the roster that they have right now is, I mean, the people they're replacing with are still very high elo. Like I'm pretty sure their lowest one is D3. Yeah, D3. They have 2 D3s. That's their lowest. So their top laner is We Win, who's a D2 player. He has a lot of Gangplank, Graves, Poppy, Maokai in the last few games. Very high win rates, at least in the last 2 weeks. With these champions, he plays a lot of Gangplank, which is right now I think Gangplank's actually not that bad. So top lane not so good because of the fucking echo bullshit, but other than that, I think that he's actually like this team looks pretty good, and I'm really excited. So his lowest win rate is like 67%. So with a fair amount of games played
Pretty
on
good.
his Graves. So like in the last 2 weeks. So moving on to the jungler, Dinosaur, he's D1. Your standard jungler. What really makes me happy is when I see junglers that actually have the standard junglers. It always worries me when I see junglers who can't play Kindred, Nidalee. Oh, Schwifty's just bailing on us. Schwifty's like, I'm done. I don't talk anyways. So,
You should look at what he wrote.
oh, hang on. I can't actually open it because of.
All right. He wants to keep it confidential. We can keep it confidential.
Oh, okay, hang on. I got it. Oh, GG.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. So yeah, I think that Gangplank's good.
So
But
what are you talking about?
I think Gangplank's better mid lane than top lane. So.
Okay. Yeah, I would agree with you. Especially, this meta especially.
And that's what I was saying because of like the
Yeah.
echo, all the tank tops are just annoying. I don't think Gangplank's
Right.
bad. I just think he's better mid lane because of the.
Yeah, I
meta.
can agree with that.
When that shit shifts, I'll be happy. So, but so anyways, this jungler plays your standard like junglers, and he does really well on them. So his Kindred, Nidalee, Elise all have like 80% win rates in the last 2 weeks.
Okay.
So, which are pretty standard.
Pretty meta, yeah.
Yeah. So, and it makes me happy when I see those, because if you have a good rotation of meta junglers, then that means you can probably switch, because I don't think that he just played these ones and then the meta shifted and he got lucky. So I expect to see a lot from him. So we'll see what happens. His Nidalee had like a 5-point KDA in the last 2 weeks over 12 games. So
Damn, that's pretty fucking high.
yeah, 5.44. So with 12 games. So, which is really, really good. So their jungler is FYS. He's a D3 player. Very interesting champ pool. He has Ryze, Corki, TF, Lysandra, Azir, but he hasn't played Azir recently. So he plays a lot of Corki though. So
Sounds pretty good. I don't know. I hate Corki mid.
I don't like playing it either. I don't know.
Yeah, I like something that can make plays happen.
So you don't like packaging?
I mean, that's like what, once every
Like
5 or 6 minutes or whatever
6
it is?
minutes. You don't like
Yeah.
to say I have the big package. So
All right, that is one reason to play Corki.
see it coming in. His TF actually has a really high KDA too, 5.71.
I don't see TF very often these days.
Yeah, so it's his second most played in ranked. So he's definitely a TF player. I would actually like to see him on TF to see what happens, what he can do with like his jungler dinosaur. I
Right.
think that even with the only thing that worries me about the BM roster right now is the fact that they just roster changed everyone. And so I have
Yeah.
no idea how they're going to play, and it doesn't sound like there's a lot of stability. And
But I mean, it is the beginning, so a roster swap at the start is a lot.
Oh, yeah, a
safer
lot
than
better.
Mid-season, yeah.
but I
This
always
could have been their plan all along.
maybe. So, which I imagine that something will happen with rule changes for
to
next time.
prevent that.
Yeah, next time. Because I don't think you should be able to field a roster and then be like, oh, nope, we're not going to play them. We're going to
I mean,
use
the
a whole...
LCS allows it, doesn't it?
No, they have to keep 2 of their original players, I think, don't they?
I know you can like sell your spot, but I don't know how many players you have to keep.
Yeah, there's some rumors about that changing too, though.
Okay. Yeah, I agree though. I think it's kind of dumb that you can just have a 5-man get into minor league and then they could be totally never seen again.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't really like that very much. But moving
agree.
on, they have Elvish Gleeman. So
Yep.
did you play against this team, BM, or no?
Yeah, we played. Yeah, Elvish is their ADC's masters
Yeah,
here.
yeah, he's Masters. So
Yeah, he played Severe again. There's a lot of Sivir players. I don't know if that's just because the meta or people like enjoy Sivir,
hmm
but he played Sivir.
Dude,
I don't know. I
who
hate
the
Sivir.
fuck enjoys Sivir?
I don't fucking know. He played he played Sivir, and this is the game we had Nocturne, or we had a Rengar on our team, so he had to build a Randuin on Sivir.
So yeah, we'll have to see. But I know that he plays a lot of Caitlyn, Lucian, lots of games on Lucian. So
Pretty meta picks.
his strongest champion's probably Lucian right now. But
Okay.
I mean, we'll see what happens. Their support that they have listed is Korean support in NA, but like I said, I'm pretty sure he's actually leaving. But maybe he
Okay.
won't. So if he doesn't, he's D3. Notable champions that he plays is actually Trundle.
Yep, that's what he played in Swiss.
Yep. So what do you think about it? Like playing against them?
I mean, Trundle Sivir is like you're never gonna die in lane. Playing against it's super safe to play against because what are they gonna do to you? But I don't know. He was probably one of their better players.
Yeah. So and he definitely
Like you said, their roster is different now, so I don't know. Who knows?
yeah. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So when you played against, because you played against the original, did you think that roster would have been really strong coming into?
Possibly because Chicken Nugget or Nugger or whatever the heck his name is, he was their sub mid and he was master tier and he was really good.
Yeah.
So I doubt that they're gonna. I don't know if they replace him with another master tier mid laner.
Mhm.
That could be a problem, but yeah, they looked pretty decent.
Mhm.
That was actually a really close game. I know I mentioned we had close ones. They nearly beat us.
Okay. I wish that game would have been streamed. It would have been better than the fucking Garen game.
Yeah, I don't know how they chose. Whatever, that's not important.
Right? So, magic. It's magic. No, I think they just
Yeah.
pick random games from winners. So,
Okay.
because I don't think they actually know what any of the team rosters are. So, we're going into it. Okay. So, moving on, we have Rich Gang and E-Thugs. So, they have lots of years in their name. So, it's a little weird. So their top laner's name is 2017. Their jungler's name is 2016. Their mid laner is Beyond Birth. Their ADC is Dracinis. Dracinius? I don't know, something like that. And their support's name is Depths. And this is actually the team that has the 2 plat players I was telling you about. So, but
Right.
they make up for it by having a master player and a Diamond 2 player. So, 2 Diamond
And
2
it looks
players.
like when they played in the Swiss, they used a sub for 2017 didn't play.
Oh, really?
No, they used a master tier. Or actually, okay. So the guy you just named, Dressinis.
Yeah.
He played top lane for them in Swiss.
Oh, really?
And they used a master tier ADC.
Uh-huh.
So it was a little different, but they were really, their ADC is super super good. I would
Yeah.
say he's by far their best player.
Okay.
Well, actually, the sub. I don't know if he's on the sub roster, but I don't know what his deal is, if he's going to play or not.
So if he plays, maybe they'll be a really good team. If he
Yeah,
doesn't,
if he starts, he'll carry. He's his name is Crit SYL. He played Caitlyn. He was a beast.
yeah, I think that's looking better than. What do you think of their mid laner? Because he's plat 3.
Right. So Schwifty's back. His mid laner was. He played. We gave him his most played, like by far his most played is Azir.
Yeah.
We gave him Azir, and we picked Swassandra into it. He went 5 and 6. He had one of the lowest damages in the entire game. So
Okay.
played about what you'd expect from a plat in a high diamond master game.
Okay. So their top laner currently right now listed is 2017 on their roster for starting. I don't know if this will change or not, but his he actually plays really like his meta champions right now in the last 2 weeks haven't been like your meta. He did not Echo, not Maokai, not Nautilus, some Gragas. None of those are even in there,
What's he
right?
play?
Tom Kench, Shen, Rengar, and Gnar the last 2 weeks. Like, I don't know what meta shift he's waiting for, but I don't think patch changes for another 2 weeks or 3 weeks.
I mean, is he finding success on those champs though? Is it working?
So his Gnar he actually has a 100% win rate over 11 games, which is really good.
Oh, see, that's the thing. Maybe he just found some secret counter.
Secret counter. Oh, Schwifty, God bless it. Don't mess up my overlays.
There's lightning. It's a lightning outside my house.
Oh,
It's
are we gonna
scary.
lose you?
I don't know.
Okay, well if we lose you, then that's fine. I'll just have
when
to.
I was taking my bathroom break, it was like scary as hell in there.
Mm.
I didn't know I would survive.
Does it echo?
No, I don't hear an echo.
Okay.
Or the lightning echoes.
Yeah, so his Gnar has a good win rate, but like his Rengar only has a 55% with 20 games, so, which isn't awful.
He's
But
still winning.
yes, he's still winning. Hashtag winning. So their jungler's name is 2016. He's actually a master player too. No Nidalee or well, he has some Kindred. He has a little bit of Kindred in the last 2 weeks, but it hasn't been that. I don't know if he has a Smurf or not because my numbers for him are really low actually, which makes me assume that he does have a Smurf. Because I feel like high master players generally have Smurfs because they get bored of playing or some shit. I don't know.
Q times.
Yeah. Oh, Q times. Dude. My Q times in like fucking plat are ridiculous, so I can't imagine
Yeah,
them.
so it just gets worse and worse.
Though possibly gonna be Raistlin Diamond player. What? Working on it. I'm in promos again. So
Oh, you got it.
yeah. So
Go for it.
yeah. So I actually looked the other day and for like all of my ranked games each season, and I've only broken like 250 games over an entire season one time. So yeah. And then there's people who play thousands of games, and I'm like, where's your life at?
That is their life, man.
Yeah, right. So, so 2016. I don't have a lot of stats for him. His Kindred has a high win rate for the little bit that I do have. He played really well on it.
He played Gragas in our game.
I was just gonna say he has some Gragas games.
His Gragas is really good.
Is it?
Yeah. Well, maybe it's a 1 game sample, but it looks.
Yeah.
He killed me he caught me out with flash body time a couple times.
Okay. He has a lot of Graves. He actually has over 3 games. He has a 6.44 KDA, which is really really high. So, that's another champion I can't wait to not see anymore. So, I mean, I don't have a lot to say about him. I'd watch out for him because he's the highest ranked player. I think he'll probably try to do work on their team, assuming that they don't swap out their top laner for something else.
Right.
So, looking at the mid lane, he's Plat 3, his name is Beyond Birth. His most played champions are Zed, Azir, TF, and Lulu. Azir being the most by far. In ranked play, like you were saying, his KDA with Azir though is not that great. It's only 1.78. His actually KDA for all of these games is really low. Like his highest one is with Lulu with 3.92, but the other ones don't break 2, which is really interesting from a mid laner.
Yeah.
So, because most of the time you see like average 4 or higher. So, I think he's going to be their weak link on their team.
Yeah, I mean, from the one game I've seen him, I would agree.
Yeah, so that's who I'm.
And I'm wondering if this team is like just friends or something, because it's like
from what I heard,
D2
their mid laner actually is a coach for supposedly, rumor has it, because I don't know for sure, but supposedly their mid laner is actually a coach for an NACS team, or a team that's trying to qualify for an ACS. And he's
listed as the coach for this team too.
Oh, is he? So he's, from what it sounds like, he just kind of did this for fun. So I think they're just in it to have fun.
Okay.
So
that makes sense.
And that's probably why their top laner is from. I wonder if that's a person who's playing on their like main roster or something like that, and he just subs in.
Right.
So when they need it. So their AD carry right now is Dracinus or Dracinus. He's Diamond 2. He doesn't really have a lot of games, like at all. So I'm assuming he probably has a Smurf too, or he just doesn't play. The only like games that he does have are Lucian, Ezreal, and Caitlyn. So, but none of them are really recent. So I'm assuming he probably has a Smurf.
Yeah, he played top lane against us, and he played full tank Kassadin.
Oh really? How'd that? I've actually seen that a couple times now.
He had on the highest damage, and he was like number 5 or number 4, like right. He was like really high damage full tank Kassadin.
Mm-hmm.
It was really cancer to play against.
Mm-hmm.
Built like a ZZ Rod shit.
Interesting.
I don't know. I was like, nobody was expecting it. It was really good. Well, they lost, but better than you would expect.
Oh, that's good to know coming into this. So yeah, he played top that game. He's listed as their AD carry, so we'll see. Their support is Depths. This is probably the person I think is going to be the second weak link. He's Plat 1. Jananami, Karma, Soraka, all cancerous champs. His KDA with Nami is 7.2. So, out of the few games that I have with him. So, if he gets Nami, expect a lot. But I don't have a big sample size for a lot of their team, so who knows? But I expect him to do work if he has Nami. Who does that leave? We have Blue Esports.
The Master Challenger Series team.
Oh, wait, was this the team that posted in Reddit?
I think so. I'm not sure.
That was talking about how they were going to, like, just sweep. And then, I think the only team they actually lost to was yours, Clark.
I think you might be right.
So what do you think? Did they sweep?
They have, do you know Chris Brown Senpai?
Yeah.
He's Wawa's old support. He's on their team now as support. I'm trying to find the game. Hold up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, this was another really close game. 40-minute game.
What was it?
I don't know. They're probably the best team we played.
Okay. Considering that you hadn't played before. And I'm assuming
Yeah.
they played a lot, considering that they made a post on Reddit. So, hashtag Sweep Nation. Can we say that? Like, right?
Wait, opposing. Did they poach them, or did he like want to leave at first? No, you gotta wait for him to respond. Delay, but.
I mean, I know the answer if you want me to just tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't want to know.
Did they poach him?
We just talked about this. Opposing just told me the other day. He stepped down. He said it would be best for the team, and then he went to Blue.
Alright, so he probably got an offer, and then.
Yeah, I, mean, I don't know how. Yeah, with the behind the scenes, but he was not kicked.
Okay, so it's some weird thing where he. Okay, so Blue Esport. I think that this team is definitely gonna be top 4. So
Yeah, I would agree.
they have a really good roster, well, mostly good roster. So I don't know a lot about their top laner, but I'd say that their top laner is probably their weakest link. His name is Demon Fear 4565. Numbers in the name. So
Yeah, he was actually pretty good.
was he?
Yeah, he
So
played full tank Ragus. They all play super meta shit that game.
yeah, I like he has a lot of meta champs. This is one of the ones I actually didn't get a chance to get full stats for over the last 2 weeks, but um like his champion pool is actually really big. He doesn't actually have a lot of good win rates though. So
Okay.
like his Maokai, not that great, and I don't know if he has a Smurf or not. So, but he does play meta stuff, which is always good. So, but
Yeah, I think that's definitely a strength of some of these teams is they all seem to pick up on the meta fairly quickly.
yeah. So I'm interested to see what happens when there's a big meta shift. Because we haven't really had a big meta shift,
I
and
mean, like
when
next patch.
yeah, next patch when my lovely mage changes come through.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
I am super excited about all of those changes except for Malzahar, because that champion is cancer. So, but I want to see who's gonna adapt and who isn't. So, and it'll be very interesting to see how these, especially these lower elo players who are on these teams, if they can actually adapt fast enough, because they're already at kind of a disadvantage. If they can adapt fast enough to meet to at least like go even in lane. So, because I don't expect them to win lane, and if I were them, I would pick things where I can go even, or just farm out and have the rest of my team carry. So, but we'll see. So he's got a lot of champions played: Maokai, Rumble, Lissandra, lots of different stuff played. Moving on to their jungler, his name is Peke. It's Peake. So I don't know, Peke. He's Diamond 3. Lots of meta champions: Lisa and Nidalee, Kindred. Lots of games played on these champions. Did you get to play against? You guys played against Blue Esports, right? Who do you think was their star player? I imagine it was Yako.
From that one game we saw, I don't. I think Chris Brown is their best player.
Chris Brown.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I've always thought he was good. So I don't know. I think he was one of their best players. Their ADC is master tier.
Yep.
But I wasn't. He didn't like pop off or anything. Nothing impressive that one game.
Did he play Sivir?
He played Lucian.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so their jungler plays a lot of messed up. Their mid laner is GCG Yako, or Yako. I don't know how to pronounce it. He's Diamond 1.
Yeah.
I know that name from somewhere. I don't know where.
He used to play in House Party.
Oh, okay. That's why. So he's Diamond 1. What do you play against you guys?
He played Rise.
Rise? How do you do on it?
Yep. 5 and 8.
Mm.
He's got a 43% win rate with it.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, it wasn't a threat.
Yeah, so. Yeah, it's not good. So he plays a lot of Azir, Rise. Did you guys ban out Azir then?
We probably did.
Okay. So.
Now they mention it.
Okay. So Lulu, Corki. God, I hate Corki. So. It'll be interesting. I think he'll do good against some people and bad against others. So. Or he'll stalemate. So.
And to be fair, he did pick Rise, and like all of the champions Fractal plays to do really well against Rise.
So that might be it. So their AD carry, who is Masters, you mentioned he doesn't go. He has a lot of games played actually. So Lucian, Ezreal, he plays some Draven, Jhin, Caitlyn, Sivir. What do you guys think of Jhin right now? Do you guys think he's still good, or do you think those last?
I think he's situational.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay.
Okay.
I don't know, Schwifty. I don't know if you play him at all.
He's good at some things.
Okay.
Just like every champion is. And I'll be completely honest, I blanked and don't even know what champion you said.
Jhin.
Jhin? Oh, no, yeah, I think he used to be way better. All right, I can actually provide something. But no, he used to be way better than he was like the best AD carry for a while. I think with Jin is still like a really good lane. He's not like I wouldn't pick him unless I just like felt, hey, you know what, I just want to play Jin now. There's not really a thing where you're like, hey man, Jin would be really good unless you can get like an early Janna and they have like Sivers. He does pretty well against Sivir. He does pretty well against he doesn't have any weak lanes. He's really susceptible though to the other team support if they have like an Alistar or a Leona or something like
Or
that.
even like a Bard. Can't dodge Bard ulti.
Yeah, if you get dove on by anything, you die. So
Yeah, cool. So moving on to their support, we all know Chris Brown Senpai. He's Diamond 2 right now. I think he has a pretty wide champion pool. Probably most
I would disagree with you on that one.
Wait, hang on. Let me look at his. Oh, fucking Nami. Never mind. I lied.
Nami Soraka player.
Janna,
Yeah, Nami Janna.
and Soraka.
Hashtag.
Yeah, he plays the peeling, defensive type supports.
Can he play? I mean, his Alistar has a pretty good win rate though. I mean, he doesn't have a lot of games played, but
Right.
so I don't know. We'll see. Maybe he'll pull something else out.
We'll see.
Most of House Party actually plays those style though, because I know that we were discussing this. Syndicate and me were discussing this. That it's a lot of the people in House Party tend to play ranged supports. A lot of games, it's not a lot of Alistar and Braum. A lot of times, it's ranged supports. And so we were like, well, this is kind of annoying sometimes, especially when you see Soraka, who is a cancerous champion. So
yeah, we might have actually banned Soraka because nobody wants to play against that.
Yeah, so they need to get rid of that champion too. So, but I mean, you said he was their best player, probably.
I mean, I know more about him than the rest of their squad, so I'm kind of biased. But yeah, I think he's one of their better players.
Okay, so moving onwards, who do we have left? NCSU Prime. This one.
You know what NCSU stands for?
No idea. Should I?
I don't know. I'm just wondering. I was kind of.
This is another team I don't
Is that
expect.
a college?
Maybe.
I'm assuming it is. I just don't know what.
Yeah, this is another team I'm not expecting to do very well. Actually.
North Carolina State University.
Oh.
That's a possibility.
Oh, it must be one of their teams. So.
That's just what the first thing on Google says. I don't know if that's what they are.
I trust in Google. So, I'm gonna give you a link, Schwifty, and then I'm gonna go use the bathroom real fast. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I'm drinking so much tea that. So, in case people were wondering, I'm really sick. I had a fever all day. It was awful. Are you on League, Schwifty? You are. Okay.
No, I'm not on League. Just give me the Skype.
I can't open Skype, Schwifty. You're gonna have to get on League.
Oh my god, it's on my phone. All right, I'm looking at it on my. Oh, good. I get to click on a Google Doc.
Okay, I'll be right back.
On my phone. Oh my god. I don't care about this.
What is it?
Oh my god, it's just like all the people and their stats, except it's on my phone, so it's gonna be like completely useless because I have to. All right, this. It's like it's taking.
So talk about something else.
Yeah, sure. What do you want to talk about?
Talk about ADC tiers or something we know about.
All right, yeah. Let's go over.
Uh,
Champions or people?
You can. We can do champions. Makes it a little easier
All right.
for everybody watching.
All right. So we got champions. I'd say number 1 is the one and only Draven, best champion in the game. Just kidding.
So no, we're not in real tier list then, right?
All right. So real. Let's see. Probably Sivir still.
Think she's the best?
No, all right. I need to pull up champions because for some reason I can't think of any. I think Caitlyn's really good, although I hate playing her. I don't know why. I just am not good at Caitlyn.
Dude, she's definitely my number one vote, I think.
Yeah, she's probably the best. Oh yeah, so this guy's really good at all the champions. We were staying on topic while you were gone, Raistlin.
I don't believe you.
Yeah. All right. Well. Yeah. No. So yeah, Caitlyn's probably the best AD carry. Then the Sivir's up there. Although Sivir does good against Caitlyn, so it's or in lane at least.
I
After
think
that, it's kind of like
season 3 double. If we disagree with you,
Well, season 3 Double Lift is retarded. Double Lift is probably a worse theory crafter than everyone in Twitch chat, honestly. Like
Wow.
whenever I get bored and I just kind of go back and watch videos of Double Lift doing stupid stuff, like that one time when he made fun of Genja for playing Triforce Kog'Maw,
Right.
and then
it's
he
like super meta.
he gets like a quadra kill in Worlds and like goes off, and Double Lift's like on the analyst desk being like, "Oh wait, I'm bad." But I wish Kog'Maw was good again. Or I mean, I'm not good, but like I wish I could pick him without losing.
Okay.
Without having a whole.
So
comp
did you start
built around
talking about this team or no?
No,
Yeah,
but-
definitely. No.
it.
Okay.
We were waiting
So
for you.
okay, GG. So NCSU Prime, like I said, I think they're going to be bottom half. It's really hard to place who's going to be where. I think it's fairly simple to place who's going to be top half, bottom half, but you never know. The instabilities could change things. Like we saw last minors, there's a lot of people who actually quit halfway through the season, and it caused some rosters to do significantly worse. And then there was teams who made it through who probably shouldn't have. So you never know. You could get lucky. You could RNG make your way into Premier League. So, so their top laner is R Giscard. He's a Diamond 4 player. He has Echo, Maokai, Gragas games. He played Maokai with his team. Doesn't seem to play a ton of Echo in the last couple of weeks. Lots more Gragas though. So 70% win rate in like the last 2 weeks. So with his games played on Gragas. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Their jungler is D5. His name is Pluckin' Penguin. I love that name though. That's a legit name, Pluckin' Penguin. So he plays your standard junglers, Nidalee, Graves, Kindred, Gragas. Nothing to note other than the fact that his Kindred has a 22% win rate over 9 games. His stats are kind of okay, but that's pretty much it. That's really low though for a Kindred player. So someone who plays Kindred, so I don't know.
Someone who plays Kindred is a annoying person.
Yeah, pretty much. So their mid laner is Diamond 5-2. His name is Shadow Visions. So plays Azir, another Twisted Fate player. When he wins hard. When he loses hard. So higher lows. He plays a lot of Lulu, which I don't think Lulu's that great right now. I think she's okay. So, but it'll be interesting to see how Bubbles does next Premier League. Shout out to Bubbles. Right. I'm just teasing. Yeah, no. Are you guys here?
Yeah, I'm ready to
Okay, you guys are so quiet.
Bubbles is mid laner for Spooky Midnight Yasuo One Trick. She was in chat. Also Grill, one of House Party's resident gamer women.
Yes.
Wow.
Brings us that diversity.
Yeah. She had
You
her
can put on-
avatar set at some stuff that tilted me at one point though. So, and then this Shadow Visions also plays Ahri. So it's his most played and ranked. Another Ahri player. So
A lot of RE players.
yeah, a lot of Ahri players. So their AD carry is Flamejin. It's Flame and then Jin. So he's a 4 known champions: Sivir, Caitlyn, Ezreal, Lucian. His Caitlyn's kind of weak over the last 2 weeks. His Lucian is hit or miss. His Ezreal is strong when it wins, and then lots of Sivir lately. God, I hate that champion. We're gonna see a lot of Sivir this weekend, I think.
I hope she gets nerfed.
Yeah, me too. So Naz
Or
would
just
also
rework or
like that
something.
champion to be nerfed. He hates that champion.
It's just boring. Just too much. I think she has too much wave clear is the thing. She can just never fight.
With the new crit thing, you like
Yeah.
auto twice and the whole wave dies.
Roaming
Or you
Scuttle Crab.
Auto once Q and it's like, yeah, I don't know.
So, looking at their support, it is Puri, Puree. He's Diamond 3. He actually plays a lot of AD carry in a lot of his games. So I don't know if he swaps back and forth or if they just picked him up temporarily or what. But the supports that he does play a little bit of is Braum, Alistar, and Trundle. So, and I'm pretty sure this was a team that just barely made it in. I can look real
What was
fast.
it with a 3-2 or something?
Actually, they took 3. Never mind. They went 4-1.
Oh wow.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, we didn't. I didn't play them, so I don't know much about them.
Yeah, so they went 4-1. So interesting. Yeah, I would place this team bottom half, so maybe they're gonna maybe their team synergy is just so good because they played for a collegiate team or something like that, but
Yeah, they could be. They probably have a decent support staff.
maybe. Most actually I think most schools don't have that good of support staff from what I've heard, but
Or they stuck with people like Naz.
oh, the burn. So, no, I don't know. From what I've heard, some of the support staff isn't that like RMU has a really good one. Um, UBC has kind of a good. From what I've heard, though, UBC is actually going to go away probably.
Well, RMU was like the first
Yep.
college to like offer stuff, right?
Yep, they offer scholarships
Okay.
for it, so which is legit. So, and I will say, even taking second place, they pulled in $75,000. So,
Yeah, that's still nuts.
I mean, really, like those of us here played for the $50 prize pool in Premier League, right? And they're pulling $75,000. I mean, I don't know how much I could actually criticize that. So, but no, I don't know. Assuming all the other teams pick up in synergy, I don't expect them to do that well. So, and then looking at the last one, it'd be 420 help me. So, oh, someone bailed on me. Who's left? Schwifty.
Yeah, Schwifty's gone. Probably
actually-
just the storm.
He might be gone. If he's gone, then I'll have to re-edit my my overlay real fast.
Okay. Does it resize when he disconnects?
Yep, it does. It's sad.
Ah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. Luckily, I have your name changed, and I also just hid the window real fast.
Okay.
So no worries. I'll just You can talk to chat while I fix this.
Talk to Chad. What is you? I'm not even on your stream right now.
Dude, are you really not? You don't even get on the stream.
Oh. I don't even know the stream link, dude.
Oh really?
What is it called?
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm 100% serious right now.
Oh Jesus Christ.
What's the stream called?
Okay.
Raistlin.
Hang on, I'm helping you. I'm linking it.
No, dude, just say it out loud. Oh my god.
It's complicated because we actually changed the name. So. Okay. I'm gonna fix the overlay chat while Schwifty's dead. I don't know if he's coming back or not, so I'm gonna fix this real fast.
Okay. I'm slowly trying to figure out what that link you sent me is.
All you have to do is
There we
click
go. I got it. It's not my computer's having like a heart attack right now.
on- Oh really?
I'm on my old laptop.
Oh, because of the webcam.
Yeah. HouseAfterParty analysis.
Yeah, that's. Yeah.
All right, there we go.
They don't let you change that, so. Otherwise, I would have.
Oh, okay. So I'm just a blank box right now.
Yeah. So that way you're.
Interesting. What's the delay?
10 seconds. So.
Hello, Twitch chat. What did they say about bog? What is bog?
I don't. Oh, is that I don't know.
Blackout Gaming, maybe?
Oh, maybe.
They're all gods. Blackout Gaming. Oh, we didn't have a whole lot to say because I didn't actually play against them, so I don't know a lot of their information.
Okay. You should be back now, Clark. In like the next 10 seconds.
Hi, saved one. Schwifty's in chat still.
I don't know. Maybe he's dead. It doesn't. That's fine. If he comes back, he's gonna screw up my overlay again. So. Okay. Who are we on?
The
Oh,
last
420. Okay, so 420 helped me. So, looking at this, we have Link, Eviox, Fizz, and Mike Hunt.
Mike Hunt, that's a great name.
I know, right? It's B2SON, so is that supposed to be Bison?
Maybe?
B2 Sun. B2 Sun.
B2 Sun. I don't know. Bronze 2.
So, Hugh Janus, and then then the subs. I don't care about the subs. So, they're actually fairly high. Their top laner is D2. Is this their top laner? I want to double check this. Oh, sorry. Hang on. That's their. So it's okay. Cool.
According to the Twitch chat, B2 Sun is their support main.
Yeah. Is he really?
So
What does it say on
sounds
here? Yeah, it is. Yeah, he is. So. I actually looked at the wrong sheet. It's actually. I got those all wrong. It's Evox top, Fizz and Mike Hunt. B2 Sun is their mid. Hugh Janus is. Wait, what the. Yeah, I think that's. Oh, fuck. I messed up all these things, didn't I? Oh. Whatever.
Are you looking at that sheet you sent me?
No, I have it. Yeah, I'm looking at it now.
So it's wrong.
No, that should be right. I just fucked up. So. In what I was saying.
Okay.
So the top lane is Unstumpable 1 Trump, which is tilting. So, a little bit. Let's see.
Dude, I feel like their whole team is meme names.
I know it really is. So he is a D4 player. Notable games in his OPGG. He plays a lot of Irelia. Did you get to play against this team or no?
No, unfortunately, this team we did not play against.
This is another one that went 4-1, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, they went 4-1. They actually were second to you guys as far as the bull score, I think, which is weird.
Yeah, I'm not actually sure what that means.
Yeah, I don't know. I hate the way that this stuff is scored sometimes, but they technically, according to the challenge, they took second. So, but I don't know how reliable that is. But he's got 171 games played on Irelia. So,
nice.
With a 60% win rate.
I wonder if he'll play that considering it's technically not meta.
Yeah, so I mean it'll be interesting to see, but he has a ton of games. I think if he gets Irelia, he'll do all right. His KDA is only a 2. So, which seems
I'm kind of hoping that there's more players like that. It feels like everybody, like I'm looking at like match histories and stuff. It's just everybody just plays meta shit.
Yeah.
Which I mean you can't fault them for, but it's more exciting when people play
off stuff
like at least comfort picks.
Wait, aren't
like
you guys
pocket
playing
picks.
meta shit?
I would disagree with you.
Oh, you're gonna
Our
play
mid
off
laner-
meta?
Well,
I think
just by our natural champion pools. Well, maybe for some of us, Wiener plays meta. I mean, ADC is like hard to not play meta. But our mid laner plays Syndra and Lysandra and Ahri, which Ahri and Lysandra I guess are, but nobody really plays much Syndra. And then Gizmis plays Assassins. Nobody plays Assassins.
Yeah, so it's
Like
because
Nocturne and Wukong.
Yeah, that's true. You have Wukong. I'm excited to see what happens with your team in there. If you can do some interesting stuff with that. So that's their top laner. He looks like pretty much just a one trick. So their jungler is Eviox.
Okay.
I don't know how to pronounce that. So he is Diamond 5. I don't think he's the lowest rated, is he? No, one of their subs is. But if he doesn't play, then I think it's Eviox.
So D5 is the lowest?
Let me double check. Yeah, I think they have 2 D5s. So I want to make sure that he is.
Okay. Well, all Diamond teams pretty good.
Yeah. So they have 2 D5s, but one of them is actually a sub. So they only have one on the starting roster. So
Okay.
So this might be their weak link is Eviox, just based on if you're just gonna use
Just
rating
based
as
on solo queue elo?
yeah. So he has a lot of Rek'Sai played and Echo, which is interesting. You don't see a lot of jungle Echo coming out.
Echo jungle?
I believe so.
I like that.
Double check.
I think that's not bad. I think it's better solo lane, but it's not bad.
Yeah. Yeah, jungle Echo. Yep, jungle Echo. He plays some Graves, but his win rate isn't that great. So, but mostly Echo and Rek'Sai are like his 2 big. Plays some Kindred, but
he's pretty good.
Yeah, he doesn't have a lot of games on Kindred. So
Interesting.
Yeah. But I think that'll probably be their weak link then. So
Fair enough.
we'll see though. We'll see. You never Elo's such a weird thing to judge by.
Yeah.
Going
especially
in.
talking about a coordinated situation like this.
Yeah, because I don't know how long they've played together or anything like that. I think that,
Right.
assuming that all those variables are the same, then elo actually does matter. So if you're going into a game and you're saying, well, they both have team synergy, they both know how to play with their team, they know how to work around it, they know what they
Right.
need to do, then I think that that elo actually does matter because it shows some level of mechanical skill or decision making errors.
Yeah.
So
I think it matter more in like when there's a mismatch, like if it's the
yeah,
plat 3 guy against master or something.
yeah,
Then it'll come out to bite you probably because I don't think they'll hold lane as well as you'd think.
yeah. So, but we'll see what happens. We'll see. Their AD carry is Link, who
Okay.
is he is Diamond 2. So he's actually their highest elo is Diamond 2. So
Pretty good.
yep, he's a Vayne player. So plays a lot of other things too. He has decent win rates on some things, but not a lot of games. His most played is Vayne. So I'd love to see some Vayne coming out. I love to see Vayne.
Yeah, same. The only game I played Vayne in was the game we played against like a gold plat team.
Yeah. So
It's hard to bust that out confidently in like a big game.
well, I mean, it's such a risk too. So
Yeah, you don't win any lane.
yeah. So you see a lot of sometimes lane swaps happen with it. So I'm interested to see which minor teams can actually pull off lane swaps.
Wow, we faced a lane swap in one of our Swiss games.
Did they do it
Um,
well?
That's the thing. So it was BM Hell in a Cell. Immediately did a lane swap starting the game, and they did like their jungler and their top laner took a camp and did like the whole shenanigans, right?
Mhm.
And we had no fucking idea what to do. Like absolutely no clue what to do. Fractal tried to coach us through it a little bit. He said he had a little knowledge on how to like react,
Mhm.
but I think they fucked it up because they ended up giving us like a couple kills, which would never happen if you did it correctly. So they tried. It looked promising, but they definitely
They
were
fucked it up.
rusty on it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so lane swaps can actually really be bad if you don't know how to do them.
Yeah,
So-
definitely.
And I'm interested to see which if a minor league team can do it and no one else can, it'll actually benefit them a lot. Because that means when they go into pick ban phase, they can pick bad bot lane matchups and they can just lane swap it if they can do it right. If they can't
Right.
do it right, then they just get fucked. So
Yeah, I think we'll have to look on practicing that ourselves just in case people try to pull it out.
yeah, so I'm really interested to seeing how that works out going into
Do
it.
they do that in Premiere at all?
Yeah, I know that Syndicate lane swaps sometimes, and I know that some of the
Okay.
other teams have done it too. So
Okay. I guess
With-
it makes sense for Syndicate.
various degrees of success. So
Yeah, it's definitely hard to pull off because we were at a total loss and they still gave us kills. So
they probably messed it up. So, but
yeah,
I think it depends on who you're scrimming against too, because I think there's a certain level of so the higher elo teams that you play against, the better they know how to land swap generally. And
Mhm.
so, depending on who in House Party is scrimming higher elo teams, they probably have a better idea of lane swapping.
right. We thought
So-
yeah BM when we were going into it we thought BM Hell in a Cell was by far going to be our hardest match.
So, and I know that they did they were looking at doing NACS, so maybe they just had
Okay.
miscommunication or something, but
Yeah, they must have I don't know first game nerves or something.
yeah, maybe. So, but like I said, it's a different roster, so who knows what this next roster will be able to do.
True.
So, their support is B2 Sun, and he is where is he? Oh, he is a Diamond 4. So, this is like a mid Diamond team. So,
Okay.
I rated them kind of low too. He plays Bard, Poppy, some Janna, Morgana, Braum, Alistar.
I'd like to see Poppy support.
That'd be cool. So
Yeah, that'd be cool. It used to be good.
yeah. So I remember that. I hated that. So
Just solo kills you as ADC.
yeah. So I want to double check because I actually think he might have some Elise support games too. But that might be old. Yeah, he's been mostly
Okay.
playing a lot of Alistar lately. So some Braum.
Breaking that that's good that you said that. Remember everybody plays ranged big
Yeah.
supports and now we got some tanks.
Yeah, so it's if he's a good tank player, it'll be really nice. So, but yeah, recently he's been playing a lot of Alistar. So,
Okay. Alistar's pretty good.
so and Braum. I think both of them are actually in really good spots
I
right
think
now.
I think Braum is really strong.
So I hate that champion.
Same.
So that goes through all of the teams. So do you have any idea where these teams are going to place up? Because I have kind of an idea where I think there's going to be a top four and bottom four for me. And my top four are Dirty Mike and the Boys, your team, Blue Esports, Blackout Gaming, and then BM Hell in a Cell are my top four. And my bottom four are going to be Game House Academy, Rich Gang Thugs, 420 Help Me, and NCSU Prime.
Okay, let me take a quick peek at my list. I would like to think we're top four as well. Chris Brown's team is top four.
Mhm.
I wouldn't be surprised if Rich Gang pulled something out if they use their sub.
I
If they
think
use
that
their sub, that'd
I
be
think
good.
Rich Gang had potential, but it depends on what they do with their roster.
Yep.
So
If they use their master tier sub, then I think they could definitely place top four.
Uh-huh.
And then the last top four would be. I want to say Blue Milk Tempest, but it's hard to say without knowing what they do. Because you said they drop people, right?
oh, I forgot to talk about their mid laner. I'm silly. For
Who's mid 420?
yeah, 420. Their mid laner is Hugh Janus. Thanks, chat, for saving me. I actually checked you.
Janus.
Yep, Hugh Janus. That name is awful too. He's Diamond 3.
Okay.
Lots of Victor, Ari, some Lux. So Victor's gonna be in a really bad spot though. If the PBE
Well, he's
changes.
already in a shit spot, I think.
Worse when have you seen the PBE changes?
Yeah, I have. People are losing their minds over it.
Yeah, so we'll see what that looks like when it actually hits live. Normally I don't worry about stuff, but I know
Yeah,
some
I
Victor
feel like-
players
I don't
who
know.
are like upset.
That can't be permanent. If it turns out to be as bad as people are expecting, they'll change something.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens with that, but yeah, there you go, chat. I said the name that you really really wanted, so
The Hugh Janus.
so. But anyways, what do you think the lineups are going to be? And then I have one more thing specifically I want to talk about after we do this.
The top bottom four.
Yeah, who do you think the top four are?
Yeah, so like I said, my team is ideally top four, and then Blue Esports, and then I want to say I'm gonna go with BM Hell in a Cell, and I want to say possibly Rich Gang, depending on what they do with their roster.
Okay. And then
And
the
then
bottom
the
four are
other
the other
four.
ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the only thing that worries about Blue Milk is I think that if their stability isn't good, and it's really hard to say with the new roster. Like on paper, it looks good, but if they have issues, then I quickly see them dropping and someone else taking their spot.
Right. Yeah, it's hard to say without knowing what's going on internally with everybody.
Mm-hmm. So, what do you think about the new dragon changes coming out?
I like it.
Oh, you sick bastard!
I don't know if I like the RNG aspect, but I like
That's what I was talking about. Was mostly the RNG.
Well, I like the diversity of the Dragon Buff actually doing different things.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I don't like Dragon now is kind of shit. I feel
Yeah.
like you just get the first one and then forget about it.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, and I think the 5 stacking system is kind of bad too.
Yeah.
Because it rarely gets to that point.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to at least them trying to change it.
Okay. So I meant mostly the
Just the fact that it's random.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
RNG.
That is odd. That is something that Riot has been like explicitly against in the past, is any
Yeah.
type of RNG existing. So it's odd that they're deliberately introducing it.
Yeah, that's something
so
that
I guess we'll see what they end up keeping it, or how they're gonna. Originally I thought it was on like a cycle, right? Like you could just know which one's next.
Mhm.
But apparently,
See,
not.
that would make sense. So
yeah, that's so then you could like plan like, oh, we don't need this one. It's the wrong dragon. We can skip it, fight around it accordingly. But now it's just like fucking, you get the right dragon 3 times in a row, and the game is totally different.
yeah. So for chat who's going off, we're not talking about Premier League because we don't know the rosters, we don't know what people are going to place, and it's really hard to make any decisions because of the fact that there is you can't even tell who's going to be on there or what the rosters are going to look like. So
And I
that's
don't
why
know
we're
shit.
not talking about Premier League. If they would have got locked, I would have been talking about it, but
When do they lock?
Friday or Thursday, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, those still aren't locked. Are they? I don't think they're locked yet. Yeah, there's a lot of question marks.
Was that link they just sent the rosters?
Yeah. Yeah, but are they finalized?
It's kind of late to talk about all these. There's a lot
Yeah.
to talk about here.
They're not finalized.
Okay.
Most does not mean finalized. So,
I will say that White Lightning looks good though.
I don't know. We'll see. I know Christina played with the old new team when they redid the roster, and it wasn't. I don't know. I wasn't that impressed. So.
I know Gordon and Corrupt are pretty good. Get that mid jungle synergy.
Purple Pirates actually has 2 master players now.
Oh, that's right.
2 to 3.
3 Masters players. Look at that. 4 Master players if you count their sub.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Jesus.
So that might actually be a really good roster. We'll see.
That's definitely the highest ranked from what I'm seeing.
I'm pretty sure that doesn't Syndicate has. Oh no, fucking Trebor just fell out of Masters, and Alex fell out of Challenger.
I feel like Frosty could be higher than D2 though.
Yeah, he doesn't play that much. I think he
Yeah.
has 50 games played. So
Yeah, I don't know why he doesn't just push a little farther. He's like right there.
I think he's busy with school right now. I think as soon as summer hits, he'll have more time.
Okay.
So, but we'll see. But I know that Frosty is ex-Masters. He used to be Masters. So.
Oh, and somebody just edited. Apricot just edited their mid laner's rank down to D1. Just got demoted.
Oh, GG. I know Naz is almost D1. He's in promos right now. So.
Okay. Yeah, they definitely have some high-level players then.
Yeah. So Premier, can you do you remember when did you come to House Party?
When I played with Wawa was my first
Okay.
split. So
Did
I don't
you
know.
follow the Premier League at all?
No.
There
I was
wasn't
just minor.
nearly as many high elo players.
Right. Well, what happened? Everybody just started roster swapping?
No, teams just got kicked. So as better teams got in, some of them had to roster swap, but otherwise, they were gonna get relegated. So
Okay.
I think Spooky Midnight right now has the lowest elo, right?
Kind of looks that way. D5, D5, D4.
Followed by either Spooky Midnight or Wawa.
Whoa, buddy.
Did you say whoa, buddy?
You talking about a Wawa? They
Always.
look okay. Imperial Peace is D4? I thought he was D2.
So, and they have Harper, so.
And Opposing is a sub now, apparently.
Oh, that's good. So, I like Opposing as a person, but I don't think that would be very good for them. To be straight up, I've told Jed I think that he needs to step down and take a captain role. But.
Right. Looks like that's what he did.
So, is that what he's doing? He's playing, isn't he? No, he's on the he's on the
You
roster.
mean Jetrix?
Yeah, Jetrix.
Okay. I was talking about Opposing.
No, Jetrix. So.
Opposing's mad you're shit talking you.
Oh, that's okay. Wait, I thought Bladed Thesis. Oh, he is on the team. Yeah, he's on TQR. Sky High. Yeah, it looks legit. I just want to see. I want to wait till it's locked before.
Yeah, I guess anything could happen still.
Yeah, so I want to see what happens because you never know. So. Yeah, Opposing,
Yeah.
you're full of shit. Sorry, dude.
I'm sorry. I'm reading Twitch chat.
Yeah, no, I read that. And it was like,
Opposing.
no, Opposing, you can't. So someone should go make a meme about that. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to get Premier League guests probably next week. So especially after the games this next weekend. So, but So I guess we can open up to Twitch questions. It's already been quite a while.
Yeah, sounds good.
Twitch, ask
Getting late.
questions.
Top 3 from minor can win versus the bottom 3 in premier.
Yes.
I gotta see who the bottom 3 in premier are. I guess I have that page
Spooky
open still.
Midnight, Wawa probably, and that third one might be hard to actually place.
Oh, then yeah, I'm thinking. I would agree with you that we definitely. I've scrimmed Wawa's team, and Spooky Midnight. I haven't played them, but just based on rankings, I think we'd be fine. I think it's a pretty safe yes to that.
The only one I'm not sure about is which one will take. I think the bottom 2 will, but the third one, I'm not sure which team that'll be, and how good they'll be.
Good point.
Because there's a lot of fairly decent teams. I actually think it might be like. Wait, I heard that Neverclucky actually just had issues with their roster, and that a lot of people just left.
Huh.
So if that's the case, Neverclucky might actually drop to that third spot, depending on what happens with their roster. Because I heard that people were leaving.
All right.
Going through.
Any teams got there by luck?
I don't know.
Super weak team like Elysium.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you looked at the score, there were some teams that made it in just because of the Bolsh score. It wasn't actually because they won more games. So it was because their score was better. So I don't hate on GHA so much, whoever you are. It's analysis. It's just what I think. It's an opinion. So it's not hate. Prove me wrong, please. So, but I think I put you guys technically at 5th place. So.
Mateus.
Mateusz.
Oh, I definitely did not say that right. Mateus is how I said it.
Yeah, he's
That's
Polish.
Close.
So.
That's a trick question. That's not fair.
What do you think about Blackout's major strengths and weaknesses are? I won't know until I see more games with them. Like, it's really hard for me to say that until I see more games.
All right. I mean, I know the one game I've played against them, I can just say quick weakness is their jungler's champion pool. But that was just one game sample. But it looks like he only plays Rengar.
Yeah, so.
Oh, shit. I'm talking about the wrong team. Ignore that. I'm talking about Gamehouse.
Yeah, this is the one with Zarka.
Yeah, I haven't. Yeah, I actually have not played them.
So yes, Apricot. I think some teams got in there by luck. So.
And Apricot says, he thinks I'm the MVP. I would say Wiener outperformed me pretty hard. I think Wiener definitely carried us.
Yeah,
I think Wiener is single, yes.
It's really hard for me to judge an MVP when quite literally only 2 of the games were actually teams that made it through. And one of those games doesn't even count because it was a Garen top lane. So, I mean, like, I have one game sample size.
I would just completely ignore that VOD.
Yeah, so, yeah, don't. If you want to see some troll games, that's the one to watch.
Yeah, any other game would be a great game to watch. That game was a joke.
Yeah, so I just bad luck in picking what.
Yeah, he definitely was our best player.
Yeah, so.
Best in-game name from Minor League and Premier League and Minor League.
EVX. So what I did is I actually paid someone to go through and look at each individual players over like the last 2 weeks. So it wasn't just their OPGG, because that's kind of lame and I wouldn't pay for that shit that I can do on my own. But he went through and he looked at like the last 2 weeks of ranked games, including some of the stuff from Swiss League. So some of the games that they played, and he did stat analysis for me. So. That one's for you, Clark. Is Wiener dating anyone?
I think he's single.
So
I could be wrong.
Frost Breath wants to chill some things.
I have not heard of a significant other, but unless he's keeping it a secret.
Dude, best IGN. I don't give a fuck. Clark, you answer that one. I don't care.
I don't know. That one team has 420 Help Me has like 3 names that are just straight up memes.
Yeah. So.
Like Mike Hunt and Hugh Janus. Those are, I mean, pretty high up there.
Yeah. So.
Is Gizmus dating anyone? Opposing, you would know that.
Okay. So.
Getting real personal.
Right? Like, fuck. I don't know. I'm not their dating coach.
Yeah, we don't. That's not what we spend the most of our time talking about.
Yeah.
Surprisingly enough.
Clark, are you single?
No.
Oh snap!
My girlfriend lives with me. She's in the other room.
No. So is mine. She's also in the other room. So.
Who is better, Gerson or Opposin?
I don't even know who Gerson is.
Gerson is Opposin's brother, who's on Wawa for a while.
Oh, unfortunate. So. Oh, Any other questions? If not, I will roll us out of here. Yeah, I don't care about that.
Do you know who Frostbreath is?
No idea. I don't know who. Most of the time, I avoid Twitch chat until questions time because it tilts me. I'm ready for Meme Nation. That's what that is called.
420 HM first place. Who's on them?
That's
I don't
the
know.
meme one.
Yeah, it's hard to say without. I've never played them.
So. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it for Twitch questions. So I'll close this out from here because I'm done.
All right.
So thank you so much, Clark. Do you have any shout outs you want to do?
Shout out to Dirty Mike and the boys. That's about it. And Wawa, old Wawa, not the new Trader Wawa team.
Not the new one. So
yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Clark, for being on here. Chat, come check us out next week, 10:30 p.m. EST. We'll be doing another episode. We'll have more to talk about, especially probably be focused on mostly the Premier League. Roster locks, games are going to be played this Saturday and Sunday. Check out House Party 5v5 in order to watch those games, and I will catch you all next week, and I hope you have a wonderful night ahead of you.